Hello and welcome to the Critically Clueless. Today we are again in Empire of Sin, continuing our Boss Spotlight series. Today's episode is all about Stephanie St. Clair. And once again, if you are looking for Empire of Sin content, then look no further than this channel. If you're not already subscribed, think about hitting that subscribe button. And of course, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button and comment your thoughts down below. We also have an active and growing Discord, so if you are stuck on anything Empire of Sin related, then the link for that will be down in the description. But let's get stuck into this video, and first of all we are going to be talking about Empire bonuses. And the first Empire bonus is Community Campaign. The chances of a police raid is reduced by 1% in this precinct. Oosh, 1%, thank you so much. I feel like that is far too stingy. It's a real shame. I don't really think this is going to get used by me if I ever do a playthrough with her on the channel. It's just not good enough at all. 1% is so nothing. Next up, we have House Rules. Casino security upgrade cost is minus 20%. Again, casinos really aren't what they used to be thanks to the precinct update, and again, for me, this just isn't something we need to really worry about. Casinos, you can do a casino playthrough. If you're going to do heavy casino playthroughs, Stephanie just isn't the one I would use. Get out stakes. Again, casinos provide 1 extra reinforcements. But yeah, like I said, just not for me. Roll of the dice. Neighborhood threat generation when opening a casino is minus 50%. She is all about casinos, but the whole point of the casinos is to make money, and none of these things help us make more money. So although, if you're going to play as Stephanie, casinos are definitely the way to go. In general speaking, casinos just aren't what they used to be, and they do not make the money that you can make using breweries, speakeasies, and loan sharks. So overall, the Empire bonuses are really needing a tweak if we ever get another update. Next up, we have the stats, and Stephanie's coming in swinging with an 85 in marksmanship, which is a very high stat, definitely useful, and basically means you can use almost any gun that you want or weapon that you want within the game. The current meta being melee and pistols, but like I said, with that ridiculously high marksmanship from the beginning of the game, you can pretty much use anything you want. It's all viable. 1 AP weapons tend to be better in general, meaning you can move on a battlefield and then attack. But yeah, I like that 85 marksmanship. It definitely means that I could absolutely sniper with a shotgun, which would be quite fun, or of course get those rifles going early game too. Stephanie also has a massive 15 on a defense bonus. That is basically the equivalent of wearing a level 1 vest. Now, most bosses have +5, but she has a +15. Like I said, she's already got level 1 body armor pre-attached. She also has 71 on initiative, which again is absolutely great, meaning that she can move on the battlefield before other units. And she has a movement of 7 as well, meaning she can move 14 steps. I really like what she has here. The defense bonus is brilliant, so the initiative is nice and high, and we've got the high movement as well, which is fantastic. The next 3 stats are all about your dialogue choices and your in-game events. Normally you have a percentage chance to actually get these dialogue choices to activate. We've got leadership, persuasion, and intimidation. Now, leadership and intimidation are 50 and 55. They ain't so good, but persuasion is 80, meaning you've got a very strong chance that if early game a boss tries to buy another gangster off you for $150,000, well, you've got a very good chance of actually making that sure that happens. In fact, I would say you've got a 100% chance of making sure you get that deal. Whether it triggers in your game or not is, that's up for the Empire of Sin gods to decide. But an overview on those stats, she has some incredibly good and desirable stats. 5 out of those 7 stats are just very good. So let's move on to the traits. When it comes to traits, she has No Man is an Island. Now, No Man is an Island is an interesting one because you get a plus 10 to marksmanship when you are within 10 meters of 2 or more friendly characters. And just for some context in how it works, where I am right now looking at my stats, I am as you spawn into the game, meaning that I have two guards, one either side of me, already boosting my stats, meaning I actually only have 75 marksmanship, not 85. We are getting that 10 plus a bonus because we have those guys next to us. But still, that 75 to 85 marksmanship, it's very easy to obtain. It's very easy to make sure that we have all the time. And it's only going to be getting better the further we get into the game as well. It's a very interesting stat. I'm glad we have it because, like I said, it allows us to be able to use almost any weapon in the game. Just to point out though, this does not stack. Having, being around 4 gangsters will not increase it up to 20. It does say a plus 10 for being around 2 or more friendly characters. So moving on to the build guide. In tier 2, I would strongly recommend use Lifeline. I recommend it for every single character personally. Any character within 4 meters of you will bleed out instead of dying. I just think it's the best option. When it comes to tier 3, we are of course a healer, and therefore I think any boss that can actually grab heal should do so. Heal yourself or an ally, restore 60 HP to the target. I quite like this, and it also means that you don't have to hire a doctor immediately off the bat. In tier 4, we have an interesting one. We have rapid reload, which could be quite good. We have malpractice, again, can be very useful, but my favorite in this scenario is return fire. If attacked, you automatically return fire with your secondary weapon, meaning your pistol. I do think pistols are very overpowered in this game currently, pistols and melee, that is. So it works very well. And in tier 5, it has to be kill chain. Yes, gun 'em down's pretty good, but kill chain's just completely overpowered. Fire a shot at a target. If that target is killed, your turn doesn't end. You get 1 AP, meaning you can attack again. So again, using weapons that use 1 AP, like the pistol, the shotgun, the SMG, and the rifle, are really a very good option when it comes to Stephanie St. Clair. Don't forget, she's going to have that return fire, or could have that return fire, so getting some early points into handguns is good as well. But yeah, I would probably pick rifles myself because I used to absolutely love rifles. They used to be very, very overpowered in the game, and they are still very good. But you do need a character that has high marksmanship in order to use them. So as Stephanie does cover that base, I would pop her on rifles myself. Now, the one thing we haven't talked about so far is Stephanie's boss ability, and she has an interesting and different boss ability. When you use Firing Squad, you order all friendly and allied characters within the range to open fire on the selected target, meaning you can get everyone to shoot 1 target exactly. Now, it doesn't always hit, it doesn't always work the way it's intended. You do get an area of effect to kind of, anyone within that area, if they are able to attack, they will try and attack. But again, not every hit is guaranteed to hit. This is one of those where you can absolutely devastate a target if you can play it off in the right situations. Unfortunately, when you actually try and put this into practice, in, say, for instance, a safe house battle or a depot battle, it can become very difficult to make sure it actually pays off. And considering you're relying on racket guards or your own gangsters to have high marksmanship and actually land their shots early game, this can be possibly one of the worst boss abilities in the game, unfortunately. Late game, it can get a little bit better, but considering we're still only targeting 1 character, for me, the Firing Squad just isn't worth the time. I would much prefer just to use my AP, use my abilities, and, get in a pistol attack and a melee, or throw a grenade, something so I can attack more than 1 character in general, in my opinion, is a better option.
That's excellent.
So Stephanie Sinclair, is she one of the best bosses in the game? Well, she's certainly not a bad boss. I think that her Empire bonuses need to be better. Her Empire bonuses don't work with the current layout of the game, unfortunately. And she doesn't really have a great boss ability at all. Apart from that, she's a good character. She's got some really good stats. She can use any gun in a game, and I quite like the fact that she's a healer as well, because I think, you know, healing bosses are just better. And to top it off, she does actually have a very interesting main storyline mission. So if you haven't had a chance to actually play as her yet and experience that mission, I'm not going to put out any spoilers, but she just has a good one, and I'll leave it at that. But there you go, guys. That's my thoughts on Stephanie St. Clair. What do you think on this character? Is she one of your favorite bosses? Have you had a chance to make a successful run through with her yet? Let me know down in the comments. I'll do my very best to reply to each and every one of you. And again, thank you for watching my Empire of Sin content. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Happy gaming.